Hello and welcome back. It is day 2 of Casa Amor, and much like the boys, I find myself a little fucking deflated. It's still good, but it doesn't have the same oomph that it had in that first one. And for me, this mostly comes down to the fact that, listen, ladies, I'm only buying it from about half of you, okay? So we're going to roll right into our pre-episode ranking. So this would be going into this episode. This is what we kind of thought. And this is our likely to twist or bring somebody home scale. And so top of the board, of course, Jen and Caleb, throwaway, single, blah. Zach and Kata were second. Third was Casey and Kenzie. Fourth, Aniya and Corbin. Fifth, Melanie and Sincere. And then sixth, Trinity and Sincere, and then 6 would actually be Melanie and Bryce. So going into the episode, this is what I kind of thought the shakeup, and my wife's perspective is on the other side of the board. I think we're pretty similar on this one though. So let's get into some couple updates, shall we? Who do we have first? Oh, yeah, let's dive into our single friends. So I think what has been really fun is watching Caleb and Jen both just come alive for Casa. This is the most personality and words consecutively spoken I have ever seen from Jen. She's like the main character of Casa right now. She's given the toast. She's saying welcome to the boys. And I love this for her. So just for a quick recap of right, so boys go to Casa, girls stay, and I think the psychological decision by producers to make the girls watch the boys, not bring in the men, make them sleep on it, and then kind of give them, in a way, a lot of heads up. Like, they were laying in bed, and they were like, the boys are coming! And then they bring in 12 boys, and then the girls get to pick 6 and keep those 6. And so I think in doing this, one was like, look at, these men are playing in your face. 2, sleep on it, process your emotions. 3, we're restoring your sense of agency. And Jen kind of articulates this for us, right? She's like, it's the first decision I've gotten to make in the villa. She's not wrong. Hey, she's not lying. And she's living for it. So these 12 men come in on a yacht. We kind of get like this pool party, which honestly just felt like speed dating, intersliced by these like slow-mo party shots that I don't wonder if that was most of their day spent filming those slow-mo shots at the pool party, to be honest. But what the hell do I know? And so then Ariana comes back in, literally lines them up, and is like, okay, kiss 2 girls. And we don't get to see all the kisses, okay? Because I was pausing it. I was diligently taking living room journalism over here. Okay, I was diligently taking notes. But for Jen, she made out with these guys who, interestingly enough, all end up staying in the villa. I am not going to learn their names right now. I know one of them is like Gal or something fucking weird like that. And it's that little Swedish looking fucker. There he is, Gal. Yeah. And overall, I would say the quality of the Bombshell boys, I've seen worse. That's what I'll say there. So that is what our lovely Jen is doing. She is living her best life. And then down to Caleb. Caleb pulls. Because remember, there were like 2 girls, 2, maybe 3 girls that in the initial Casa dance party, I don't know, heart rate challenge, whatever the fuck we're calling it, that were kind of pegged as like, okay, this is top tier, right? These are like the status girls. And this one, our kitty cat, whose name starts with a P, and I cannot remember for the life of me, she was kind of dubbed like a high up. And we see in the preview that she might not land with Caleb, but Caleb gets some kisses. They share a bed. He seems really excited, and I need him to shave that pubic mess off of his chin. Okay, the pubic mess is not doing it for me. I need it gone stat. So Love Island producers, if we could get on my personal wish list, I would appreciate it. Overall, honestly, the Casa house was like very tame today, which I appreciated. I thought this was very funny. So that's what's kind of happening with our 2 single sweethearts. Now, let's roll into the Zach and Kata of it all. So, Kata, I am guaranteeing you that she gets more kisses than we saw. But these are the 2. We have, I think it's Tito and Chewy. Chai? Whatever. I'm going to learn these men's names. Listen, I'm not, because half of them leave. So I'll figure it out. By the end of the week, I will have everyone's name down. Okay? I am pulling a Melanie, and I'm not even going to remember her fucking name. So sorry about it. I think that was Melody that did that to Kata. But I did that to Kata too. So, and I got Kata down. Anyways. So, okay, here's the deal. Is Kata, I feel like, I believe her. Right? When she's kind of like in this, fuck Zach and scorched earth. Like, I find it to be fairly believable. Right? She had her moment. She was looking at photos of her and Zach on the phone. And... you know, I do believe it. I think that there's a high likelihood that she comes back with someone. We're kind of seeing her connect with this guy. I don't know that guy's name. It starts with a C. It's like a C-H. I think it's Che. Che. It's Che. Oh, Che. Sorry. That's Che. I'm going to get there. So her and Che are having a chat. They get a good kiss in. You could see that maybe something could be there. Still early days, but we will keep an eye on that. Oh my god, we forgot to do swivel scores. Can we, really quick? Sorry, guys. Just a mess tonight. Let's pop back up. Swivel score. Oh, that's why, because it's boring. Yeah, these both get a 5. On a 5-point scale, 1 being no one comes back, 5 being absolutely somebody does. We are giving them both a 5. So, on Kata's swivel score, I'm going to give it a 4. Now, I think Kata has a high likelihood for swing back towards Zach after boys come back. But right now I'm putting it at a 4. Now, interestingly enough, Zach has detached from his boyfriend, Bryce. We did not get any Zach Bryce updates. Okay, there was no footage of them groping each other or showing girth or whatever the hell they normally do. They've been oddly separated from each other. I think this is worth noting. So another thing that I think was really interesting about Zach's chat with the angel, whose name is Alana. I think it's Alana. So apparently, now I don't know this because I don't really follow the things. Apparently there's some controversy. She might get disappeared overnight. We don't know. My favorite part about her was that she kissed Charlie. And now there's a little bit of question because when she's talking to Zach about it, she's like, oh, I know your brother. And he's like, no. And he instantly knows. How do you know my brother Charlie? And she's like, we like saw each other at a party. We like made out. But then when she's retelling it to all of her Casa girls, all of a sudden it's a date. So there might be more to explore there. Or not. Maybe she's going to get overnight disappeared for saying a racial slur, which at this point I have to wonder if they are not doing intentionally to create like, I don't want to say hype, but kind of like controversy leading to views. It almost, there's no way they can be this bad at it, right? They can't be this bad at screening people this far in with this much budget behind it. Like, it just doesn't seem possible. Because her picture and name was released for literally, they held it because I was like waiting for the uploads on the website and it wouldn't come until after the episode. From that to sometime today. Okay, anyways, I digress. So, the thing that I think is interesting is Zach says, are you watching? And she says, yes. And he says, I have to know what you think. Again, because Zach is calculated. You think that going into this, Charlie didn't give him any advice? Didn't tell him about the multi-layered game that he would need to play, right? Your fellow Islanders have to like you. You have to have a strong male friendship, right? That's going to give you screen time. You need a tight relationship with a girl, ideally. Sorry, Bryce. To solidify you. But then you also have to make sure that the producers like you, right? Be a friend to production, but then also America has to like you, right? So that's a lot of audience lenses to be filtering through in your mind's eye. And I think that's what Zach is doing. I think with less and less success as the season goes on. See? How's that? I'm being critical of Zach now. Okay? His good looks haven't bamboozled me today. Mostly it was just funny because he was throwing up. He's like, oh, no, I can't. Oh, Kata, who's going to be chatting to Kata? I thought we were open to exploring, Zach. Are we open to exploring or are we not? What's the story there, sir? Because you're... I'm moving him down to a swivel score of 3. Okay, I'm coming off the 4, and I'm going to put it at a 3. Now, I will be interested to know if the boys get a sneak peek of the girls in the same way. You know, if they do like a, then it might go back up to a 4. But right now I'm keeping it at a 3. And Kata, yeah, that's a 4 for me, dog. So that is kind of the update there. Let's roll on to our next couple. It is the splits queen herself, Kenzie. And this is jumping ahead quite a bit, but when she did the splits on whatever man that was, I was worried he was going to break his... I thought the girth was going to be retracted. It looked like it was potentially painful when she slammed down in the splits on top of that man's private area. Maybe I know nothing about it, but I would say the highlight for me was when Corbin left the pictures of him and Kenzie in his little dresser. And Kenzie was very hurt about that. Now, I do believe Kenzie's fuck you story. Like, I do believe the scorched earth, I'm never coming back, I'm mad at you. Like, because I think they were kind of starting to get the ick from each other a little bit. We saw this, like, Corbin expresses it as I was seeing red flags, but didn't have time to address it. So, I think Kenzie is she's at a 5 for me on the swivel score. Like, I think she's absolutely coming back with someone new. Who will she be coming back with? I don't know, because I can't remember a single male bombshell's name. There's too many of them. But, oh, wait, I do remember, kind of. So, there was I think his name was, it can't be Caleb. We already have a Caleb. Carl, thank you. Carl. What an interesting man Carl is. So, she made out with Carl. Then she made out with who I think is going to be her main love interest, this white man named Dylan. See, that's Dylan. And then, oh no, Trey didn't make it. Trey didn't make the cut, but he said, I know you love to dance. Oh, that's the guy. She did the splits on him, and I'm pretty sure it was like a medical emergency. I'm retconning. He was medically evacuated from the show because she broke his penis. Not true, but let's make it so. Okay, so overall, I think Kenzie's going to get to feel like a main character again, and I think that's what Kenzie loves. And so we'll probably get a rendition of the Kenzie fuck you splits movement when Corbin comes back into the villa, which I'm very excited to see. So then Corbin, he shares his bed with this other blonde lady, so at least he's consistent. And today was like the first day that he remembered he was in a couple. Like, all of the boys' energy, I think the 12 hot guys on a yacht coming in to see their girls, really dampened the effect for them. And I was here for it. I loved it. And so I think Corbin, I'm putting him at a 5. I think Corbin's at a 5 on the swivel scale. I think now we haven't seen him have any, chats, but just based on principle. I think that, Can I Get a Kiss Corbin, I think we'll see him tomorrow. Okay, before we break for Wednesday, I think we're going to see it tomorrow. So that's what's going on with them. And then let's go ahead and flip over to our next couple. Okay, so here's the deal. I have realized that, by the way, Aniya is the one I believe the least. When she says, I'm going to do my big one and he's not going to, I don't believe you. And I've come to realize that when Aniya is saying something that she's trying to convince herself and us is true, but is not true, she flips into the third person. So it's not, I'm excited to explore. It's, Aniya's excited to explore. Watch it back. Listen for it. You'll see what I'm saying. And I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Now, I think Casey is a great guy. He's a man, so let's hold off on that. But I do think that absent makes the heart grow fonder, apparently. And I am realizing that I think Aniya is I don't want to put this on somebody that I don't know, but I think she might be bad at kissing, because I was watching her kiss all of these boys, and it was uncomfortable. The mouths weren't quite lining up right, and she wasn't, it was just off. And you know what? Now that I think about it, her and KC don't even really make out. They do those, they're pecking at each other all the time, but they're not really tongue kissing. You know what I mean? I've spent way too many hours these past 3 weeks watching all these people kiss to have such a firm opinion on the kissing. But I do have a firm opinion, and I think she might be a bad kisser. And it felt a little overhanded when 5 of the guys went up to go after Aniya. And I'm not saying that Aniya isn't beautiful. I'm not saying that men wouldn't go after Aniya. I think it does make sense. it felt a little heavy-handed by production for me personally. And I think it was a play by them because they see how wrapped around her own brain she is, and that they need her and Casey to break up because Casey's coming back with somebody else. Plot, hey, spoiler, I'm putting him at a 5. But that she is having some trouble detaching. And we actually get this convo between her and Melanie, and see, again, we come back to the show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And so they are going to talk each other into crazy behavior of accepting these men back. Now, Casey's not going to be there to accept, but hey, they're gonna talk each other into it, not out of it, which I think is a problem. Because you know what? Trinity was doing the opposite. Trinity was like, I don't want to hear the name Casey. Girl, get out of your head because I'm getting pissed off for you. And I think that's how everyone in this situation feels. To the point that even when, flipping to Casey now, Casey is talking to TT. See? That's what it is, right? TT? Tiana? Yeah, TT. Ooh, gorgeous. Wow. I was getting flustered. I get it. She is a baddie. There's an H in there somewhere, however the kids say it, but yeah. When she was like, hey, can I ask you a question? Casey immediately shut down. Now, what we have to watch is, did Casey immediately shut down because he's having flashbacks to Aniya and all of those conversations? Or is this just innate in Casey? Is he able to talk about his own feelings? It doesn't ever feel that way, but I think it's something we need to watch. So Aniya's swivel score has gone down to a 2. Casey is absolutely at a 5 out of 5. He shares a bed with TT. They are making out. They're making out before bed. Their chemistry is insane. We're going to see if it's just sexual chemistry, if he just really needed to like clear his head, I guess, or if it's true chemistry. We're going to find out, I think by the end of this week, most definitely. But yeah, Aniya, I'm not buying it. Okay, moving on. We have, of course, Melanie and Sincere. Now, Melanie, I was kind to you last episode. I was on your side. I loved the response. That cool, calm, calculated, psychopathic quietness had me excited. When you sat on that couch with Aniya and said, I miss my man. I miss my man. Oh, no. I'm ready for them to go, okay? If it's sincere for you, I sincerely hope it works. I doubt it. But now, okay, you found your boo. Get the fuck off my television screen because you're not giving anything. Okay, you're not really giving these men a chance. And she does get some action. She's got these men that are kissing up on her. Yeah, he's gone. He's outie. But these two, they stay in the villa. Now, we'll see how it develops. But right now, I would say overall just disappointed. Disappointed in Melanie's performance. Coming out of last episode, the expectations for her were so much higher. And it was just a downhill slide. I'm giving Melanie a 2 out of 5 on the swivel scale. And I, at this point, am going to give Sincere the same. Now, Sincere is, he's getting familiar. He's talking to, it starts with an A. Amora? Amor? Oh, I don't know. Please, God, forgive me. But they're talking, and they're vibing. You can tell the energy's there. You can tell there's some chemistry. Sincere is, they kissed in bed. We didn't see it, but the boys confirmed it, right? And so, overall, though, he keeps talking about Melanie. And so, at this point, leave the fucking villa together, please. I'm sick of this. I'm so sick of this. Now on to the titillating, just good, yummy of the episode. We have Bryce and Trinity. Now, Bryce is well studied, right? In the same way that Zach is thinking about this multi-audience perspective, I think that Bryce is too. I actually think that Bryce is better at it than Zach. I think it's being sustained for longer. I do still think it is a game. Because you notice when he's talking about Trinity, a couple of things. One, he's not talking about Trinity. He's talking about himself. She gets my jokes. She makes me feel special. Everything that he is talking about in regards to Trinity is centered around himself. Oh, and by the way, Just because you pout out your lip and scrunch up your eyes doesn't mean you're crying. Look at his eyes. No actual tears. That man was not crying. Yeah, he might miss his bestie. He might miss the connection, and he's probably calculating, I was top 4, and if I bring somebody back, I don't know that I'm top 4. And I think that he's thinking about movie night, right? So what is he doing in his confessionals, in his one-on-one conversations, talking about Trinity and how much he misses her? Because that's what's going to get played at movie night. Right, because the only other thing that they would play at this point at movie night would be him during the heart rate challenge, and Trinity's already seen that. Trinity's already seen that. So I am not buying it for Bryce. I am putting him at a 1. I think that at this point there is no chance that they bring somebody back. I would love to be surprised, but I think it's no chance. So let's pop over to Trinity. Trinity is kind of feeling it out. She is well liked in the kissing challenge. Okay, can we zoom in on, so this, I don't remember his name, but in my brain, I said, oh my God, it's Bryce. It's like, to me, a hotter, probably younger version of Bryce. That's so interesting. He did not get to stay. Okay, this man he's gone. He's off the villa. But our other friend over here, what's his name? Corey, thank you. Corey, now, Corey and Trinity, they're vibing. Okay, they're starting to feel each other. She asked him to sleep in the bed with her, and so I think that's gonna happen. And I'm excited. The energy seems there. They get in the photo booth. They start kissing. Gonna break Bryce's little heart. I can't wait to see it. Oh, I'm sat for that. So, on the swivel scale, I am actually gonna put Trinity. I'm gonna put her at a 3.5. I think she's putting on a better show than the girls. I think she's more likely to stay true to herself and commit and then circle back to Bryce later when he comes back alone. Right? But I think on principle she will swivel. And I respect her for that. You wanna circle back, baby. Let's get into our post-episode rankings. So of course we have our single sweethearts up at the top. No one cares. Kenzie has moved into second place. And as has Casey. I think these two are 100% going to be bringing someone back. I think the only question is not if, but who. And that's what we're going to find out tomorrow night, right? Then moving down to Kata and Corbin. I'm putting this one at a 4. Like, this is, like, very, very likely. So they're third ranking, but I'm saying on my swivel scale. Like, I honestly think Corbin definitely comes back with someone, just a matter of who. And I think Kata probably does, based on principle, but I'm expecting all these bitches to swerve back, except for Kenzie. So say what you will. Say what you will. Kenzie knows how to scorch the earth. She didn't speak to Zach. It is still unresolved between her and Zach. So say what you will. She gonna scorch that earth. So then on the bottom, we have, for me, it is Aniya and Sincere. Now, hey, we've all seen him. We've all seen his ass out in this villa. He still could surprise us, bring somebody home. I'm not writing it off. I just think right now it's pretty unlikely. Aniya, ooh, I really wanted to like you at the start of the season. And to be honest, I'm sick of you, and I wouldn't mind if you went home. Ooh, sorry. And then, of course, we have Melanie, who at this point needs to get off the island, because if you're not going to do anything, fucking leave. And then Bryce, I don't believe your tears. Your crocodile tears. Hey, there's one skeptic here, and hopefully I've got some more down in the comments. So let me know, what was your ranking? Who is your MVP of the episode? What is your swivel score on these individuals, on these couples? Shout out to my wife on the iPad, the 13 friends in the room. We will catch you tomorrow night.